and welcome along to another video guide for how to do things on your BMW E39 M5. Today we're going to be looking at fitting this. This is a Homelink module, and it came pretty much as standard on American built cars, but here in the UK and in Europe it's pretty rare and unheard of. And it fits into this sunroof trim surround, so where that fits up just above the interior light, where the sunroof trim is, it fits in there. So this one's a scabby one that it came in. We won't be using this, but we will be using it for a template for cutting the one that's in the car. Now there are two versions of this. This one is the one with white buttons, and the other version is one with black buttons. Now it's very important that you get the correct one for what you need. The one with white buttons and a green LED indicator is for garage doors with a rolling code transmission and receiving system. So every time you open and close your garage door, the code changes between the key fob and the receiver unit. The one with the red LED and black coloured buttons is a non-rolling code transmitter. You must ensure that you get the correct one, otherwise you will never be able to program it to your type of garage door. To find out what type of garage door transmission system your control unit uses, have a look in its owner's manual and it'll tell you in there. Mine uses a rolling code, so I found one of these and it cost me 25 quid from eBay. I was quite lucky to drop on it because I've never seen them up on eBay in the UK, and typed it in and it was there. I was absolutely delighted with that. So we're going to show you how to fit this into your vehicle and then program it to your garage door as well. So inside the car, this is where the module will fit in this piece of trim, and to get this piece of trim off to start with, we need to remove the light and then the trim itself. Some people say to remove a trim, get a screwdriver in under here and lever it down, but that'll end up smashing all the little clips up there because it fits from that side first, then pushes upwards towards the light. So to remove a trim, very gently remove the light fitting. Then once the light fitting has been removed, you can remove the trim just by pressing down on it from the inside, and it'll lower down. And these are the little clips that people snap off. So when it's refitted, it hooks in under the headlining, then pushes back up. Once you've removed it, unplug your sunroof wires for the sunroof switch and the microphone switch if fitted, and then take a piece to the bench and then we'll show you where you need to be cutting. Once you're back at your workbench, make sure that it's spotlessly clean, give it a wipe down, because you don't want anything to get onto the headlining Alcantara trim if you've got Alcantara or whatever other trim you've got. Then you need to remove the microphone and sunroof switch. Very simple to do. Microphone simply presses down from the front clips and pops out. Sunroof switch, same again, a couple little metal tabs either side of it, give them a squeeze and it should pop out. Very simple to do. Put them somewhere safe so you don't damage them or lose them. So we're going to be cutting out and replicating what's on this piece of trim here. So to do that, I'm going to use a sharp Stanley blade to cut inside our trim. We don't want to cut all the way through because we'll end up scoring the fabric. We just want to cut enough that you can then use a bit of mechanical force to pop the plastic where you've scored it. Then that will allow you to pop the plastic piece out without damaging the trim finish on the other side. So we'll come back once I've done that. Once you've done your cutting out and then gently levered out the piece of plastic, taking care to peel it away from the trim without damaging it, you'll have something that looks like this. Now for the width of it, it's within the plastic guides, and same goes for the bottom part closest to the light switch. For the top part, do not cut up to the plastic guide. It wants to be 51mm from the forwardmost plastic ridge to where your cut line needs to be. Once you've scored it all the way around, you can then lever it out very gently, and it will leave you at the back with the trim piece undamaged still. So the next part of the job is to cut with a Stanley knife across within the square, so corner to corner. Then that will allow you to fold out the tabs like on the other holes within the piece of trim. Once you've cut your square in the fabric, then that will give you something like this, and it will allow you to fold each piece over, thus retaining the trim all the way around the inside of the plastic and keeping it looking 100% original as per BMW. And if you've got a coffee assistant that turns up with teas and coffees every so often, that is fantastic. I'm quite lucky, I've got somebody who brings me coffee. Begrudgingly I must have, but this will do it. So once you've done that, you'll want to glue the pieces of trim onto the back of the plastic. Now you can use any good quality spray adhesive, you don't need a lot of it. So what I'm going to do is use a piece of paper, cut out a small square in the piece of paper, lay it over the top, then use some trim adhesive, spray it onto the back of this, let it go off for a few seconds, fold it over, press it down, then that will be the trim secured. But before you do that, if you want to test fit your new switchgear into its new housing, then that's a sensible approach, because you don't want to be doing any gluing until you're 100% sure that everything fits perfect. Now we've trial fitted the switch in the hole, we can now glue down the trim. Now I'm happy with the fit. So once that's back in the car, it will look completely as it should have done when it left the factory. Once you've finished putting it all back together, this is what you should look like. So microphone for your hands-free kit, Bluetooth, telephone plus voice control, garage door opener, then your sunroof opener. Once you're back in the car, you'll need to look for a little white wiring plug. Looks very similar to this black one. This black one's for the Bluetooth microphone, voice control, blah blah blah. So don't go using that. This big one's for the sunroof switch, so you don't need that. Now, it should be tucked up inside here somewhere. On American cars, it comes as standard as part of the wiring, so it's definitely in there. Possibly on some European cars, but here in the UK, wasn't an option, never came as standard with that wiring. So, if you want to have a look around, you can have a good look. Make sure you check all behind the vanity lights each side. If you're lucky and it's in there, then fantastic. If not, like mine, then you're going to have to do some wiring. Now, it's very easy, and all you need to do is tap into 3 wires. So you can use the wiring that's going down to mirror and the light sensor, rain sensor, and you'll just need to tap into a switch live, which comes on with the ignition, a ground, and a supply from the light control module that operates the interior illumination when you turn the headlights on. It is simple as that, because the rest of the module is completely self-contained. Once you've decided on how you're going to wire the module in, I've decided on using the 2.3mm pins on a DIN rail, get them from RS, pennies. Struggled to find the multi-plug. BMW don't have a particular listing for that style of multi-plug here in the UK, and 3 days from Germany is just no good. I'm quite patient, but I don't want to wait 3 days. I want to get this done. So what I've done is soldered my wires to the DIN plugs, used a bit of black insulation tape around each one to insulate it, then pushed it onto the corresponding terminals inside the transmitter. Once you've finished doing the wiring in the car, then you'll be able to reinstall everything. In the car, the wiring for the Homelink, if it isn't there, I've tapped into the lighting wiring loom for the ground, which is the thick brown cable, and then the illumination, which is the grey with a red trace. Then for the 12 volt supply, I've tapped into the purple wire which runs down to the interior mirror. The purple wire is a switched 12 volt live, so you can tap into that, and likewise for the lighting. Once you've done that, plug everything back in, refit the panel, then you will be ready to go and start programming. Now, to program the Homelink, turn your ignition on, and you'll need to reset the Homelink system first if you've bought one second hand. By doing that, it's easy. Just press and hold number 1 and number 3 together for approximately 20 seconds. Then the green light will flash. Then that will be your Homelink system reset. And once it flashes like that, that's system reset, then you are able to start programming it. So after I've reset the unit, then tried to program my remote to it by pressing and holding button 1 of the remote in the car, and also on my original handheld unit to try and program the codes into it. It turns out that the Teleco control system on my garage door isn't compatible with this module. This module operates on 235 to 433 MHz, and the Teleco one operates on 868 MHz, so there's no way in hell that it's going to work, which is a shame because it took a bit of effort to get it fitted and make it look nice. However, I'm going to strip it out, take it in bits, put one of my garage door remote controls inside it and wire it up so it all looks original using the original buttons. Then hopefully, fingers crossed, I will have a working garage door remote inside the M5. So if you're going to go down the route of fitting this yourself, make sure that your garage door receiver is one that's compatible. And if you go onto the Homelink website, have a look on there, then there is a wealth of information with regards to which systems are compatible with your Homelink kit. So I hope this video has been helpful. If anything, it's extra buttons in the car that should have been there from factory, and it looks nice. Watch out for more videos coming in future. I'll be doing one on ambient lighting in the M5, as modern BMWs come with some rather nifty ambient lighting inside, which lights up all the trims, and cars of this age don't have it, but I found a way to do it, and hopefully it should look good. So keep an eye out for that, then hopefully we'll have a video on that for you soon. Thanks for watching, bye now. So as I said in the end of the video, that the Homelink would only work with 235 to 433 MHz transmission, and my 868 MHz receiver won't work with it. I've done a bit of work inside it, and I've now got it to work. So, number 1, opens the garage door. number 2 stops it, and then number 3 closes it. And all the illumination still works perfectly, so if I dim the interior illumination, that works perfectly as well. Took a bit of working out how to do it, and it involved a bit of complex electronics, but it's all done, and I'm absolutely delighted. Well worth the money.